Hi everybody. Sorry about the early start for those of you who caught in there. You came in there early. I do appreciate you all jumping on. Don't know what happened, but I was just like, oh my goodness, it's streaming. And so I still had a little bit more setup to do. But we're live now. We're going. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the news, right? Okay, well, as I'm doing that, Red Alert, Alexander Rose, Light Dragoon, Mega Horn Vlogs, Cameron Moore, Angry Transformers Games, welcome to the stream, guys. Jared, hey, good to see you, man. If I missed anybody who was here earlier, thank you for jumping on. We got the news tonight. As always, it starts off with the nice, hearty Ba Weep Grana Weep Ninny Bung. Victorion and Menasor. They're coming this week in 2 days. Actually, less than 2 days. It's Friday. Not sure what time Friday, but it's going to be Friday. They're asking, do you have all the bots to assemble them and unleash their power? I know I've got enough for the 3-star Victorion, but not quite the 4-star yet. Hoping there's a bundle this weekend. And so let's go ahead and get into the event news. This weekend's event is called Call to Victory. The crusade to find and get the Prime Cores has posed great risks to the Autobots. In order to give them a tactical advantage on the battlefield, Rodimus Prime intends to use the Enigma of Combination to create the ultimate defensive power. But his mind isn't the only one contemplating the power of the Combiners. Okay, so I think we all know what that's alluding to. Of course, that's Victorion and Menasor. If you don't know that Victorion and Menasor are coming into the game this weekend, you're probably not playing the game. Okay, so unusually, it's actually another individual event this weekend. We had an individual event last weekend. We've got another individual event this weekend. So that's 2 back-to-back individual events. Usually they go back and forth with the events, leaderboard or alliance, then individual, alliance, individual. But so it's a little unusual to have 2 individual events, and it's totally not what anybody was expecting. But it is an individual event. It's not a prestiging event. It's just a straight to 10,000 event like we've had many times in the past. Of course, as usual, you have to be headquarters for and tap the event buttons. You guys know how to do this by now. Okay, so here are the event battle zones. It is the standard battle zones. It's not the flat 10 points per battle zone like it was last week. And here are your prizes. We're going to be battling for some shards, some spark, and some resources. There's 1,400 2-star shards right out of the gate at 100 points. It gets you a 2-star crystal. So if you're playing free-to-play or you're missing some 2-star shards, you can get a chance for a new 2-star bot right out of the gate. And I think it's 1,000 3-star shards and 500 4-star shards available if you complete all of the event up to those levels. So that's a pretty decent amount of shards. And I think it's 2 million alloy and energon also up for grabs, and 15,000 spark. So that's a lot of spark available. It's good to see a lot of the spark coming in there, because I know there's been people complaining with all these new combiners coming. Normally duplicate bots was a good way to get spark to upgrade your bot's abilities. So it's good to see them having plenty of spark available in the events, since we're going to be missing out now with a 4th combiner added to each side. All right, hey Dirty Spot, good to see you, man. And Sharksy, good to see you too. And Colonel Novak, Damon Swinky, I think you're new there. Oh, you only need Motormaster for Menasor. I think you're in the same boat with a lot of people. Okay, so that's it for the event. So now we're going to be they're talking more information about Victorion and Menasor. I think we know a lot of it by now. There's a link to the video. It's the trailer video, which I think you guys have seen by now. I think we even showed it off last week or the week before. And it is confirming it is Friday, April 20th, and today being the 18th, that means 2 days from now. They're almost here, guys. They're almost here. And in case you're still wondering, here's the breakdown of who needs to be in Victorion and Menasor. Under the strong leadership of Pyramagna, Stormclash, Dust Up, Skyburst, Jumpstream, and Rust Dust come together to form Victorion, a unified powerhouse capable of immeasurable destruction. And for Menasor, the exact opposite of Victorion. Menasor is an explosive mixture of the bad attitudes and raw strength of the Stunticons. Dead End, Breakdown, Dragstrip, and Breakneck, brought together by Motormaster's sheer will alone. Can you control his power to overwhelm your enemies? Very cool, very cool. And this was really cool to see. I had no idea this was coming. I knew they were going to share my videos on the Facebook page today, which if you haven't seen, they do have my Menasor and Victorion videos posted up on the Transformers Earth Wars Facebook page today. But also Souljiah, a fellow non-toxic gamer, actually, let me go ahead and throw a link to his channel in the chat. He was able to create a video for Victorion. He got a chance to get her early on the test account, and Lunar Fury also, he got a chance to take out Menasor. Sorry, I don't have a link to his channel, but I do have a link to each of these videos in the description for the stream and the video that replay that comes later. So that was very cool to see those guys there, and me too. They actually put a link to my channel there because I did have a chance to do a video for both Menasor and Victorion. Many of you guys have already seen it and watched it. I love your comments. If I haven't replied to you yet, it's probably just because I haven't had a chance. I'll be going back through the comments after the stream and be getting to you. And I do also have a link to those two videos in the description here. Plus, it's also available on my channel and in a playlist where I collected all of the videos that I've done for the combiners, including Volcanicus, and all the way back where I did Superion, the overview of the entire way that the combiners work. So if you're new to the game and you haven't seen how combiners work, go check out that combiners video, and it gives you an overview of the entire thing, and not much has changed as far as how combiners work. So yeah, that was really cool to see that in the VIP newsletter. And then, of course, Transformers Earth Wars, Deb and Josh, who host the weekly stream on Thursdays, they also put together a little video showing off Victorion and Menasor. There's a link to that video also in the description of this stream and video, so you can go check that out if you haven't already. And they got a nice little picture of Victorion and Menasor over there at the Space Ape headquarters, I guess is where that's coming from. Those aren't mine. Mine are over here. And I do actually compare my versions of the toys with the game versions in my two videos. So if you're wondering how they stack up to the toys, go check out those videos. It's about halfway through. I start off showing off the 3-star ability at a very level 1 3-star, which is what most people are going to start with. I thought that was a good thing to show off. And then we take a look at the toy, and then we do actually go see what a powerful 4-star bot can do, and I'm telling you, they are pretty awesome. And there is a few other updates about balancing. This is really applies to anybody who's hit Headquarters 16 before already. So they're talking about upgrading the Ore 13 harvesters. When you're upgrading your Energon and the Alloy harvesters, it's a 14-day upgrade, and it was the same way for the Ore 13, but as it shows in here, Alloy and Energon, you have 4 of each, so if you got one down, it's not that big a deal. But for the Ore 13, which is what you need for the combiners, that you only just have the one, so missing out on the combiner at Ore 13 for 2 weeks is kind of a big deal. So they actually decided to shrink that down to only 2 days upgrade time for the Ore 13, and anybody who did have to wait the 14 days will be compensated either by coins if they used it, or by getting the Ore 13 that they missed out on. So I think that's actually a pretty cool thing to do. Has somebody got a birthday in there? Oh, Razorquake, Sunday is your birthday? Happy birthday early, man. I'm glad to see things turning around a little bit for you. I really do hope things go well for you, especially with your birthday coming up. All right, so that's it for the news. Let me get back over where I think we need to be. Let's go back over and look at the game. All right, very cool. Let's see if we can catch up on the chat here. All right. Cameron Moore says he's getting a 4-star crystal this event. Very cool, man. Let us know what you get. Jake's asking, how did I get a beta account? Well, way back in the beginnings of the game, I was real excited about this game. I was really just posting Transformers toy reviews, and but then I saw this game. I really enjoyed it, so I figured, hey, what the heck? Let's go ahead and throw up a couple of videos on the game, because I just figured out how to actually record the gameplay. And then in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in for doing Transformers YouTube videos, one of the community people from Space Ape came in and said, hey, we're looking for people to do videos for the game. I'm like, hey, I'm already doing it. Can I? Yeah, so I applied, and I've been working with them for the most part ever since. So I have a chance to get new bots when they come out. I don't always have a chance to do that type of a thing. Souljiah does a very good job of it, so I kind of leave that to him, but I could not miss out on Victorion and Menasor when they gave me that opportunity. So that's how I got the beta account. It's in the beta, but it's really more of a test account, so it's not just beta. So like other people who have beta who aren't working with Space Ape, they don't have access to the combiners just yet. So that's what's up with that. Bartman7313, what's up, man? Thanks for the I'm glad you enjoyed the channel. Let's see, Crackshot48. Yeah, we'll definitely be getting to the replays. We will be looking at the replays of the Rust Renegades. I asked the Non-Toxic Gamers Alliance to go ahead and throw up some replays. We'll actually go in there, I think, and do a battle with mine, and we'll actually go and check out some, like I said, the replays. William says you updated, but the ore harvester still says 14-day upgrade. Oh, yeah, they must not have done that yet. It might be for the. Oh, you said you just updated, so that's hopefully they get that worked out for you. Damon Swinky says, hoping for a guaranteed 4-star event like we had when Volcanicus came out. Yeah, I know, that's what a lot of people were expecting. I was expecting it too. Not just Volcanicus. We had one for Superion. I think we even had one when Optimus Maximus, when all 3 of the other combiners came out. I'm not sure what the decision was. I'm pretty sure they'll be covering that in the stream tomorrow, why they made the decision. Because I know a lot of people were expecting that. So maybe that means they're going to be putting out the bundles for the Rust Renegades and for the Stunticons. I'm also curious when they plan on releasing Motormaster and Rodimus to the normal crystals. I call them normal crystals because it's premium and free. Because, you know, the premium gets you the 2, 3, or 4, and the free crystal can get you the 1, 2, or the 3-star. Well, 2 or 3, I guess, if they're not available at the 1. So, because that hasn't happened yet, so maybe that might be one of the reasons why they're holding off. Don't know. So yeah, I was expecting that too. Let's see. Combiner Crystal might be after this event. Yeah, it might be next week. Yeah, Alexander Rose says found the unintentional Easter egg on the Menasor video. That's pretty funny. When I put up my Victorion video yesterday, I had Victorion and Menasor unlisted, and I shared them with our alliance in our band chat. And but I had them in a playlist, and I didn't realize that unlisted videos actually showed up in the playlist, because normally the unlisted videos don't show up as a video, but it's available to anybody with the link. But apparently if you put it in the playlist, it's there. So I started seeing the views come up. I'm like, what's going on? And then I saw that it was actually showing up in the playlist. So I call it the unintentional Easter egg. So anybody who's thinking of doing YouTube videos and you setting up the privacy settings, you can set it to private where nobody can see it but you. Unlisted is anybody with the link, and then of course public is public. Anybody can see it. It shows up in search and everything. If it's unlisted, it still shows up on playlists. So kind of fumbled on that word there, playlists. Okay, let's see. What else do we got? Angry Transformers Games is asking, how many Prime Core shards am I close to getting a Prime Core chip? I'm pretty close. I can't get there. I got a lot of crystals. I said I was going to wait until they release the combiners, and I'm still waiting. I've got like 30 free crystals. I haven't even opened the free crystals because even a 1-star version of whether it's the Rust Renegade or the Stunticon will give you a small amount of that combiner spark. So let's go in here, and little ways away from a 3-star crystal. The shards from the event won't give me a 3-star crystal, but with all those other crystals I have open, I'll be having a 3-star, and I should be getting a 4-star crystal from the event as well. So that'll be pretty cool. And there's my Prime Core shards. Still a little shy of the 5,000. So I don't have a Prime Core yet, but next Prime Core event, I think we'll be getting it there. Let's see. Power Core bundle for Grimlock. Okay, I knew this was going to come up, and here I'm not going to, and I'll tell you why. I don't like the core for Grimlock. I think it looks cool. I think the crown is an awesome thing. I think it would look great, but I don't like the ability. What is the ability again? But on the other side, I like it for Razor Claw. So Grimlock's crown, I don't think it's going to say in here, but I do have a Grimlock crown in the Power Core, unless I used it to upgrade. Let's see. Yes, I do have it. So here it says it increases his ability damage by 3% or more if you have a higher one, and I think that's great. Ability damage is great, but the problem is it increases his movement speed, which is going to make him move and it's going to affect his attack, but it also makes him more likely to run into danger and die quicker. I don't like that. The Razor Claw gun increases the ability damage, but also increases his health. I would have preferred if it was the same way for Grimlock. If that was the case, Grimlock would have his crown and I'd be jumping in there on that crown bundle. But as the case is, I still prefer the Vitality Core on my Grimlocks. So that's why I won't be going for the Grimlock Crown Core, because even if I get a silver or a gold Crown Core, I'm not going to be putting it on my Grimlock. So that's why. If you guys like it, then that's great. That's just my preference. I prefer to buff my Grimlock with a little bit of extra health. So let's see. No 1-star Stunticons? Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, all the Stunticons were added after the beginning of the game, except Breakdown was in there. I'm not sure if he was actually there as a 1-star, but if you say there's no 1-stars, then I believe you. Royce Phelps, 2,500 to your first Prime Core. Cool. What Easter egg? Oh, yeah, I was talking about where I accidentally posted the Menasor video early because I had it unlisted in a playlist, so it was kind of an Easter egg because I didn't promote it, I didn't put it out there, but some people were finding it when they went to my channel and saw it in the playlist. So, Angry Transformers, got to go see you, man. Thanks for coming. Buy the Razor Claw. I don't have Razor Claw on this account. Otherwise, I would. Dirty Spot says just makes him die faster. Exactly. Logan Mason, hoping for a 4-star Stormclash next week. Yes, I hope you can get that, man. 4-star Stormclash, even without Victorion. 4-star Stormclash is excellent. Lopez Beanin, I hope I got that right. Hoping for a 4-star Breakdown. Yeah, that's cool. Breakdown's actually, I think, a little underrated. The EMP, I wasn't real impressed with it before, but as I got a higher level Breakdown, I got a 4-star Breakdown actually on my Decepticon account pretty early, and then I started using him, and he actually is pretty strong. Let's see, Matt Fabian is asking, what type of engineer am I? Electrical engineer. I'm actually a manager now, but I was trained as an electrical engineer. Let's see. Logan May said, Breakneck was never part of Menasor. Actually, he was what he was known as Wild Rider, but apparently they lost the trademark to Wild Rider, so they renamed him Breakneck. So he was part of there. It's Off-Road is the new character who wasn't originally part of Menasor, which is why he's not included in the game. Royce Phelps is asking, when is the Lita 1 coming out? Well, she was just 2 weeks ago in the leaderboard, so we probably got another month and a half or 2 months before we start seeing her start showing up in bundles, and probably another month or two after that before she gets released to the normal crystals. Okay, Terry Salazar needs Rust Dust to complete Victorion. Yeah, I've got the 3-star, but I need the 4-star, and I've got. If you notice up there, my little avatar is Rust Dust because it worked out really well for me when I was going for Snarl this last time. I had Snarl as my avatar and was pulling the crystals, and I got the Snarl that I was looking for. So I'm hoping that luck still works by having Rust Dust as my avatar. How soon is my next 5-star? Oh, long way away. I've only got 800 5-star shards now. So let's go ahead and go into the shuttle. And yeah, I'm about a week away from having an 8-bot squad there. And I'm not going to spend that many coins. So let's go ahead and go in here real quick and check out my team of Rust Renegades. There they are. There's my 5-star Skyburst, and I've got Dust Up, Piranha, Jumpstream, and Stormclash at 4-star, but little Rust Dust at 3-star. Now, what I'm wondering, and I know the answer to this is no, but with the 5-star Skyburst and the 3-star Rust Dust, that averages out to 4 stars, right? You know, 4-star. So 4-star Victoriana? Huh? Nah. I know that's not how it works. You got to have 4-star in everybody. But I mean, really, that's 4-star average, right? So, one can dream. Let's see. All right, so actually, let's go ahead and send them into battle.
Roll out.
I actually do use these guys on a team. Usually what I do is I'll throw Windblade on there because they're all from the same Cybertron colony world, Caminus. So I call them like Team Caminus. But we're just going to go in there with these ladies this time. And they got a pretty good squad, a good Zone 11. So let's go see that. Royce Phelps says he wants paddles. I think they've already shot that down, that there's going to be no paddles. Razorquake says, didn't think the Snarl avatar would work, but it proved him wrong. It's all just a superstition. It's complete luck. But you gotta have fun, right? You gotta have fun. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We got a little time trap up here. And then we got some stronger stuff in the back. And we'll go ahead and drop them over on this side here. Stormclash is a strong bot. She'll get that mortar in the center there, no problem. And let's see, Skyburst on that cannon. I'll probably take that out. Oh, not quite. Almost got it. This is the kind of base that I kind of wished I had Strafe with me. Let's go ahead and start taking out some of this other stuff up here with Stormclash. Can we send Jumpstream up here? Oh, yes, we can. We'll send her up there. What about Piranha? Yeah, we'll send Piranha up there, too. When Stormclash lands back, we'll go ahead and send her for that laser. And Jumpstream goes back over here to the missile launcher. Yeah, so they had the time trap base, but they had too much stuff. They had it too close, so I was able to pretty much get away from it. Rust Dust is still going down there with the other 2 gunners. Oh, here comes Dust Up. Let's see, we'll send Piranha over this way. Looks like Stormclash is going over there to help out. Skyburst should take those out. Probably didn't even need to do that because they're both right there. Oh yeah, took that out. Okay, we've got this one. No problem there. Boom! Haha! Rust Renegades are victorious! Or the Torchbearers. So it's actually pretty interesting, and I totally forgot to give a little bit of a backstory about these, about the Torchbearers and the Rust Renegades in that Victorion video. I've got another video in the works where I plan to talk about that in detail. I'm not sure when I'm going to post that up, but it will be a video that I'm working on. I will say there is a question that's like, you know, they're the Torchbearers in the comics, but then the toy and even in the game we're calling them the Rust Renegades. And so it's like, why the name change? What's the two difference? Well, they're both actually. The way it works out is they're the Torchbearers, which is like the elite guard for their leader on Caminus, the Mistress of Flame. But because of once they made contact with Cybertron, they actually went off to the Sea of Rust to search out the Crystal City. They're looking for artifacts of Cybertron because they're very in tune and very they hold the history and the like the history and the primes of Cybertron very, very dear to themselves. In fact, it's kind of good that they held off of Victorion until we started seeing Prime Cores, because it kind of fits in with them. And when they went off to go do that, now they're in the Sea of Rust, and they're no longer really protecting the Mistress of Flame. So that's kind of when they became the Rust Renegades. So Torchbearers, Rust Renegades, why not both? So that's a little bit of a history about that. All right, Skypoke. You want me to take a look at your base? Okay, we'll if I forget, remind me. But we're gonna go take a look at some other replays in here, and we'll start at the top. I know some of you guys got in there, but Red Alert's got a replay for us for the live stream. By the way, for toy reviews, Red Alert does have a YouTube channel as well. So head on over there and check out some of his reviews. Does a great job. I don't have a link set up for you. I need to get on that. All right, so here we go. He's got looks like he's got everybody but Rustus, but he threw in RC for good measure there. Very cool. Sent Storm Clash out there just like I did. Went for the laser, fell just a little short of that. Going for the mortar, almost got it. But this is one of those bases with the headquarters very close to the front, and so we're working on that. Tried to stun that beam laser with RC, but hologram, but it got taken down. Skyburst took it out though. Got Dust up over there hoping to take out that mortar. Oh, not quite, but they're on the headquarters. It's about to fall. Oh, looks like we lost RC. There goes the mortar. There goes the cannon. And that headquarters just about down. There it goes. Awesome. Nice attack. Nice attack. Not even going to try to pronounce who that was that you attacked. Ramstorm says you're now a beta tester. I guess you found it on Android, because I know they do have that up as an Android app. So if you do download the beta app on Android, it's just the same game, except you're forced to be free to play, I think, because they don't have the even the option to purchase anything. At least not the version I play. Let's see. Optimus Gamer has a replay too. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right. Connell Novak says the 3-star Superion is level 7, but you don't have enough spark to upgrade him to level 8. I'll tell you, level 7 is actually pretty high. So just keep going, and eventually you'll get that spark and you'll get him to level 8. Okay, looks like we've got Strafe and Alita 1, Skydive, Air Raid, Cosmos, Drift, and Springer coming in here. Strafe took out that, and Alita 1 did a fair amount of damage there. Got Strafe back in the air. And here comes the rest of the bots. Oh, it looks like you got Lockdown and Hunger trying to take you out. Oh, Hunger's down, Lockdown's down. Lockdown's down. And now you got pretty much everybody on the headquarters. They tried to slow you down with some stasis mines, but that's not going to work. And it looks like he sent Air Raid there with his fusion bomb, and boom! Nice. Okay, let's see who else we got. Gregory Miller, good to see you, man. Skyburst was the last 4-star you were waiting for. It took forever to get her. Yeah, Skyburst is a tough one, and Rust Dust, too, are the two hardest ones to get. And they have been all along from the very beginning, because they're specials and they're only available at 3 and 4 star. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there's Skypoke. We'll go ahead and take a look at that, and then we'll go ahead and look at your base after your replay. Royce Phelps is saying Piranha would be cool and Skybite too. Yeah, Piranha would be pretty cool. He's pretty obscure character though, and it would take a very long time to get him in because I think he's made up of 6. He's a 5-bot combiner, but he does have a Target Master one. Okay, so look at that 4-star Skyburst tearing it up, and you got Rust Dust too, and Jumpstream, Storm Flash, Dust Up. Oh, Dust Up's down already, and Pyramagna. You got 2 of the hardest ones already, man. Skyburst and Rust Dust. So you're actually looking pretty good for Victorion coming. Looks like you might still need Skyburst or Storm Clash and Pyramagna, but they're both pretty easy ones to get in crystals. So you're looking pretty good, man. You tore that base up. Nice job, Skypoke. Alex Andrews says, speaking of bases, really need to rework mine. Redid it when it hit 15. It's really weak. Yeah, you got to look and see where your weaknesses are. And I got destroyed earlier today. Let's go take a look at Skypokes and see if we can see if we can offer up any suggestions. Monty, what'd you do to make Nightbot mad? Superion's asking, will this game get Ripper, Snapper, and Trailbreaker? And Wind Charger and Dreadwind? I would say Ripper, Snapper almost definitely, because I have a feeling Abominus will be the next Decepticon combiner, because we've got Hunger in the game, and Hunger is just now, and the whole Terracon team's coming out in the Power of the Primes toy line, and Ripper Snapper was the first one, so I think we'll be seeing Ripper Snapper soon. Trailbreaker, don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Trailbreaker, because usually who comes along with Trailbreaker is Hoist. So Wind Charger and Dreadwind, maybe. Trax, I'd like to see Trax. Trax would be a pretty cool bot, maybe as a triple changer. I know he wasn't necessarily considered a triple changer, but he did have the car and the flying car mode, so that might work. And yeah, Defensor and Abominus, those are my guesses for the next 2 combiners, but we do need to get new bots in the game, because we've only got Hunger for Abominus and Hotspot and First Aid for Defensor, so we got a lot. Okay, so let's take a look at Skypoke Space. And yeah, this is pretty good. You got a lot of abilities up front that you're giving to people, which is okay. Your lasers are pretty much in range of your headquarters. That's cool. Your missile launcher back there, that's good. One thing I will say, if you can see, you see this kind of smaller circle inside, that's the area that it will not attack. So if somebody gets a bot back behind the base and maybe even at the base, your missile launcher might not be attacking them. So that's something to be aware of, especially for the missile launcher. And mortars have that small little circle too. So if you rush the bot over to a mortar, that mortar's not going to attack that bot that's killing it. But meanwhile, you have like the cannon and the laser don't have that smaller circle. The one around it, it's not that. They will attack anything right at it. But the mortar and the missile launcher has a range that it cannot attack within, so be aware of that when you're planning out your base. And I will say, this little group right here, I'm pointing at it with my finger like you guys can see it. You can't. These mortars and this laser right here, a well-placed strike with a Mixmaster right in the middle of that could take out almost all of that. It could certainly take out these 3 by itself, and maybe even these 3. So I'd spread that out a little bit. And even your outposts being up front, they're not. While the outpost bots attacking your attackers does do damage, one of the key things to do with outposts is actually have them in the middle of defenses. So what it does is the bots will focus on the outpost bots, and it will ignore the other defenses. So like if you, that's why you see them around shock towers a lot, because they when the attackers get in there and they're fighting the outpost bots, constantly getting shocked by that shock tower, draining their health down to almost nothing. And even right when you have it right in here, this is pretty good. If you put your outpost right by that shock tower, it's also almost in range of the lasers, and you got a cannon and a mortar there. If you put it back there, okay, I see you got one outpost there, so that will delay the attackers and have them take all that damage, and even your missile launcher ought to pick them up there too. So it just let them get constantly bombarded by all your defenses. So that's I'd probably basically, I would clear up that little bit where you have all those mortars and maybe move your outposts back. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll go look at some more replays. All right, I just wanted to take a look at Skypoke Space since you asked. Rawman45, he's saying Jake says hi. He was in the stream earlier when I accidentally started it, so Jake says hi, everybody. Let's see, where are we? I know we had some. Well, you guys are really posting a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Razorquake was the first one, so I wanted to get to throw a battle there. Thunder Mayhem. I know you guys you asked for that last time. It's on my list of videos to do. I don't have it set up to do that tonight, but I do have it listed to show off to you guys. 4-star Optimus Primal is awesome and got a Megatrona score on him. Yeah, that's probably a good core to have on Primal. Okay, so we've got Pyromagna, we've got Dust Up, Huffer, Hotspot, Jumpstream, and Stormclash coming in there. Oh, there goes Dust Up's ability. Since Stormclash flying. Oh, we got some more Dust Up ability. Looks like he's sent Jumpstream over there. Oh, there goes Huffer. He's going to drop that little mini beam laser. Not sure where it went, but I see it. Oh, there it is over there by the cannon. Oh, and they're on the headquarters. You got Dust Up and everybody there. It's done. It's done. Boom. Very nice. Very nice. Royce Phelps asking for an alligator con for the next event. Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath for that one. But yeah, that would be pretty funny. Thinking back to the Transformers movie on the Quintessa, the first bots that they found were when Hot Rod and Cup they come up to on the group of alligator cons or Alicons, whatever you want to call them, and I don't think they were officially named, but yeah, so that's where where Cup taught Hot Rod all about the Ba Weep, Grana Weep, Ninny Bong. And said, and then offer them an Energon goodie. Yeah, and then and Hot Rod's, oh, this is getting expensive. And then they run out, and he's like, oh, it's empty. And then they get all mad and they jump on them and take them into jail. And everybody thinks, oh, maybe they got mad because there were no more Energon goodies. But I think actually what happened was when Cup says, hey, empty, he throws his thing behind him onto the ground. I think they just really were mad that he littered. Okay, so that's really what Hot Rod and Cup went to jail for on Quintessa, was for littering, and that's why they had to be fed to the Sharkticons. That's just my theory. Okay, do we got any more? What do you guys think? Do we got any more that we missed? Carter is Prime. Okay, I don't think we looked at one of his yet. All right. See you later, Dirty Spot. Thanks for coming by, man. Okay, here we go. Oh, we've got a He's taking his Decepticons into battle. We've got Starscream. We've got Bludgeon. starting it off. And who do we got? Hook and Megatron, and is that Nemesis Prime coming in later? Trying to get some leveling on your Decepticons. Oh, there he goes, bludgeon in there to the auto cannon. Oh, he popped up Optimus Prime, and that mortar's picked him up, and you got a laser turret, and those other cannons are pounding on bludgeon. Oh, he's about done. Oh yeah, Optimus Prime took him down. Oh, and Starscream's running away like the coward. Oh no, he's just attacking. Oh, my bad. I thought he was running away. Yeah. Oh, and he dropped Hook. You know, Hook would have been helpful for Bludgeon. And Bludgeon's sitting back there right now. Hey, where was Hook when I was getting beat up? And here comes Megatron, and Megatron says, "Quit whining, Bludgeon. You did your job." And he's got Nemesis Prime coming in here too. Oh, and there goes Starscream. You're an idiot, Starscream. Okay. Megatron walking in there, walks right past the laser turret because that's no big deal. He wants to take out that auto cannon because he knows Nemesis Prime's got his back up. Oh, there it goes, taking out the laser turret now. Oh, Nemesis Prime, the Dark Matrix, protecting his master Megatron. And he's doing a pretty good job with Hook backing him up there. Now we're on the headquarters. Can they get it? Oh, he ran everybody to the headquarters, did a little bit of damage to the headquarters while he was at it. And just somehow he made it inside the headquarters. He is inside the headquarters, guys. No wonder he's causing so much damage. He made it inside the headquarters. Yeah, and see how he's closer to that mortar, and the mortar's not attacking Megatron? He was going over there attacking Hook, which was successful. It totally killed Hook. But yeah, nice job with your Decepticons. Lopez Beans axing. Why did they add only a few Beast Wars characters? Yeah, they just added the Optimus Primal and Cheetor. He's saying he wants Rhinox. Rhinox would be a cool one to see. Yeah, when he's got that the machine gun of doom or whatever they call it, that would be a really cool thing to see. Just there's like a couple of little mini guns. Okay, let's see. Alex Andrews is saying maybe a fun team to try: Sideswipe, Rodimus Prime, Optimus Primal, Laser Optimus, Snarl, Springer, and Firefly. Yeah, that might be interesting. Crackshot 48. I'm looking for you, buddy. Oh. There we go. I stopped at the last comment that I made, but that was the comment apologizing for starting early. Robin Thompson, good to see you. Want me to do a battle? Yeah, if you just heard, Optimus Prime did just say my fuel cells were full. So, so we've got Dust Up, Pyramagna, Jumpstream, and Storm Clash coming in here. Yeah, tearing it up. They're fairly low level, but they're tearing this base up. Oh, he's got the mortar in her sights. No, didn't quite get it. You got abilities for one more to get over there because they're pounding on Jumpstream over there. She needs some help. Oh, Jumpstream's going over there to the laser turret trying to get that. That mortar's still locked in, but you know what? It's not hitting on the other ones, and they're just free to pound on that headquarters. And look at that, it's almost done. And it is done. And Jumpstream even managed to survive because Jumpstream is a very good bot. Yeah, I think that was the 1-star, but you can see she's got a very good amount of health. Jumpstream is one of my top bots on my teams. I've got her at the 4-star level. She's one of the tops. She was the top 4-star I had until I ended up getting lucky and getting Grimlock and Optimus Prime and Starsaber. I think Optimus Primal might have passed her too. Let's go take a look. And Strafe too. Well, Strafe's tied with Jumpstream, but Strafe actually is only tied with her because I did level up his ability a fair amount. But let's go ahead and take a look at her stats. I mean, with the power core, she's got the trithelium plating, which is what you can put on warriors. It reduces the damage taken from the autocannons, and because she does take a lot of damage from autocannons, and it's very, very useful. But you can see the damage isn't as high as others, but 15,000 health at a level 49. She's probably going to be my first 4-star at level 52, by the way. The only one I have at 50 right now is my 3-star Grimlock. He's at 50. I cannot research him to 51 yet because I haven't upgraded my research lab, because it's like a 14-day upgrade, and when it's upgrading, you can't research any other bots, and I've got a lot of bots I need to research past 40, included in I'm almost got Snarl to 40, and I want to at least get him researched before I go into that lab. So Jeremy Plays just joined the stream. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Okay, let's what other kind of battle can I do?
Autobots, roll out.
All right, so we already saw them, and they're all still cooling down. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna go do a level run. This is how I've been trying to level my Snarl. After I did the I leveled him with the combiners, but I also leveled a little bit with this. I get these 3 guys in there, and I go into zone 10, and I try to solo it essentially with Star Saber, and then at the last second I'll drop Snarl. So I gotta slide over here to zone 10, even though it's only recommending zone 8. For the most part, I can actually, for the most part, I win these. Occasionally I gotta drop Jazz. Sometimes I lose. I don't feel too bad when I lose because it is 2 zones higher than what it's supposed to be. But see, even if I drop all 3 of them, that's looking at 3,000 XP per bot. So if I can, so that's almost 9,000 total. So if I can drop just 2 of them, that's 4,500 XP per. So that's how you can power level, if you have strong enough bots that you can be able to do something like this. Okay, so this one might be a little tough. So I'm focused on that headquarters. So this missile launcher is a little ways away. It might hit him if he's nearby, but he can absorb the missile launcher because he's got a rejuvenate core on him. The lasers, don't have to worry about them. They're far enough away, but these mortars I do have to worry about. So I need to try to take out the mortars. That cannon I might need to worry about, and there is one outpost. My guess, he's probably got Scourge up there. I might be able to pull this off. Let's see, where do I want to start from? I'm going to start over here on the right-hand side. I'm going to drop Star Saber, and I'm going to rush up here to this mortar once I'm in range. Alright, I did hit that laser. And, oh, it's off-road. Okay, so now I'm going to rush over here to this other mortar. I'm probably going to miss those 2. Yeah, darn it. Oh, and I'm in range of that laser, so... But he did walk away, and he walked where I wanted him to because off-road is over there. Oh, but he is getting pounded way more than I'd want him to. But he walked to the headquarters, and... Let's see if he can manage this. I don't think he's going to make it. So let me go ahead and drop these other guys in. And let's get Jazz in here. We'll take out that laser in the mortar. Snarl's running into battle. He's like, I got no fear. And boom! There goes that. Okay, so yeah, see, his Star Saber's just about done. That cannon's just pounding on him. Oh, Mixmaster went and got a hold of Snarl. Yeah, there goes Star Saber. That's why I saw that coming. That's why I had to drop these other 2 guys. All right, there goes that missile launcher. Snarl can't quite get over that. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, that didn't quite take it out. Good thing Snarl's going away from him though. So is Jazz. Very cool. They might just sneak up the side there. I'm gonna fast forward this. Dad's good over there. Oh, he popped up Scourge. Oh no!
This race isn't over yet.
Oh, it didn't work out too well. Like I said, it happens. Still got some XP though. Okay, now the iPad is just sitting there thinking, hey, Derek Games? And when you guys throw the numbers in your names, it makes it hard to read. Damon Swinky says, I just unlocked 3-star Volcanicus about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Your first Autobot combiner. Very cool. And William says, think they should stop with the combiners for at least a year. Give them time to put enough characters in so he can level up abilities too. Combiners can be used roughly 7 times a week. Regular bots every hour. Yeah, they do spread them out. Let's see, what do we got? 4 now. The game's almost 2 years. It's about every 5 or 6 months that they're spreading them out. So. They might add Skyrain because Takara used Ratchet. Yeah, they did use Ratchet over there. Let's see. Do we got any more? Oh, what happened there? Oh, I think I accidentally tapped a replay. Jeremy plays asking, can you be sad because you have no combiners? Yeah, I guess you can be, but you don't have to be. Oh, here's one from Optimus Gamer. He's got a 3-star Snarl, and he's got Hotspot and Stormclash and Wheeljack and Optimus Prime and Star Saber and Ratchet. Oh, look at that use of Star Saber. Yeah, just clearing out that base as he rushes over there. Got Snarl in there. Oh, he activated that Snarl ability. Very good, very good. I do like that Snarl ability. I wish his range to be able to activate it was a little bit bigger. But oh, we got Hotspot and Megatron over here having a fist fight. Who's going to win? Hotspot, oh, look at that roundhouse kick. Look at that. Oh, Ratchet died trying to save Star Saber, but Wheeljack's over there. Right now, he's got that autocannon. Oh, Optimus Prime said, hey, everybody, let's help out Hotspot. He's having a tough time with Megatron. Alright. Oh, Megatron is down. Okay, very cool. Now we're heading out to the outside. Got to get that laser turret. Got to get that Energon storage. Oh, Stormclash is going to go get that autocannon because it's still pounding on Star Saber. Very nice, very nice. Oh, we got a little bit of a hang up there. Okay, we gotta clear out all this alloy stuff before we can get to that headquarters because we can't just bypass it. We gotta go destroy everything that we're nearby. That's the benefit of the Optimus Prime rush if you have enough, or any other character's rush like Hotspot if you have the ability points for it. Yeah, but it got all cleared out there at the headquarters and it's done. Nice win. Alright. Here we go. Colin Novak saying a cool power core for Galvatron would be the matrix of leadership that goes around his neck. Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. that would actually be... I don't know what they would actually do for the actual ability itself, but that would be a pretty cool look for like the skin, kind of like the Chrome Jetfire changes him, or the Battle Damage Megatron changes how he looks or whatever. That would be a pretty cool skin power core. Let's see. Derek Games asking, why don't I show the cyber coins in the first looks? That's because I'm on the test account. And I have a lot more coins than you would normally get because Space Ape does provide me with the resources that I need to be able to level up the base and the bots. And they did ask us to conceal the amount of coins that we had. So they gave us some rules. I'm following the rules. Simple as that. So Damon Swinky, Sun has 4-star Pyromagna and 3-star Skyburst. Wow, very cool, man. Those are a couple of my favorites. Royce Fell saying for the Galvatron core, he's suggesting more attack and strong defense. Yeah, I think Galvatron probably could use a little bit more defense. I don't know. He's got a pretty high level of health. He's comparable to Ultra Magnus. Let's go take a look. I've just got a 3-star Ultra Magnus, but let's go take a look because he's comparable to Galvatron. They have different abilities, but otherwise, and I do have an attack core on him to increase his damage, and it's a fair amount of health, but I think it's a little bit lower. I think he's more of an attack type of a bot that, similar to Grimlock, has got the high level of attack but low health. So, yes, an increase in defense would be a good call for Galvatron. Let's see. Cameron Moore still needs air raid to get 3-star Superion. Yeah, yep. Chris Johnson, good to see you, man. Fellow non-toxic gamer in the stream. Do we got any more replays that I can accidentally kick off? No, Optimus Gamer is actually asking to take a look at his base. So let's go ahead and go take a look at Optimus Gamer's base. Greg Knight is asking, what's my opinion on Hot Rod? The character in general, I'm a huge fan. I've said it multiple times that he's my favorite. He's my favorite Transformers character. Don't know why. I mean, I love the design, the futuristic sports car, and he's got the red, he's got the flames on the chest, and he's got that big yellow spoiler there, and just kind of the, I don't know, kind of a rebel attitude, and it's very cool. Now, as far as the bot in the game. He's a very strong bot. He's got a good amount of attack, and obviously looks great. And his ability, I don't use very often, but it can be very useful because I do have him on a team with the Pyromagna, and sometimes I have to rush Pyromagna into battle. And if I've got enough ability points, I'll take and use his matrix power to shield Pyromagna, especially if she's got a couple of lasers on her. So I think he's pretty good. He's a very situational type of an ability, but otherwise, he's very good. Okay, so we're taking a look at Optimus Gamer's base here in Non-Toxic Gamers Alliance, and I know a lot of you guys out here who are not in an alliance would like me to take a look at some of your bases. I'm not sure how to do that yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that, and once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so we're taking a look at this. We've got a couple of laser turrets. I turned the power cores off of. Okay, so we did that. He's got some pretty good power cores on here. Laser turret. Okay. Got the lasers protecting your headquarters. That's very good. This mortar's probably a little too close to the headquarters because if you were in the stream earlier, I was explaining about this the little circle that's close in. That's the area where they do not attack. The mortar will not attack bots. So if somebody is able to rush a bot to your headquarters, this mortar would not attack them. So definitely you want to keep your mortars at least 1 square away from your headquarters, if not 2. Otherwise, they're not actually protecting your headquarters. But you got all the cannons around there. You got a shock tower around there. That missile launcher's right on there. That's pretty good. Might be a little too close to the headquarters because I've seen it work both ways. Where if you have it all grouped around the headquarters, the bots can come in and they try to rush right to the headquarters and they just die because everything is pounding them. But then I've also seen it where they just brute force it. They just rush them into the headquarters with Optimus Prime or Megatron, and even though they know they're going to lose a few of them as they go, and they just roll the dice, and then can sometimes get a win. I know I do that sometimes, but I don't see it. It's not that bad. I will say the laser turrets out front probably aren't doing you a whole lot of good. Because most people tend to attack from the sides. And if they attack from, say, the left side, they're going to go and probably target that storage right there, which is completely outside the range of this laser turret. So these laser turrets up front probably aren't doing you any good, except for anybody who attacks right from the front. So I'd probably think about that. Otherwise, not too terrible. It's pretty decent base. Let's see. Logan Mason's 548 shards away from the 4-star crystal, hoping you get a 3-star dupe from the free crystal, so you can yeah, because you get 500 shards from the event coming up, so you'll still leave you 48 away. So if you can get a 3-star dupe, that'll put you right there into a 4-star crystal. I wish you luck there. Is Derek Games asking, is Space Ape going to do anything about Menasor having 5 bots and Victorion having 6? No, that's actually the way they did that intentionally. And when they first announced who was going to be in there, because there was a lot of speculation, especially here on my channel, who's actually going to be in Menasor. Is it because they had 6 Stunticons? Off-Road and Breakneck were really the ones we weren't sure. Obviously, they were going to have Motormaster and Dead End and Drag Strip and Breakdown. And we weren't sure how they were going to fit the 6 in there, because it would make sense to have 6, which is why you're asking, because Victorion obviously has 6. There's no way they could not do that with 6 because of the 6 characters. And the way when they first announced them in the live stream on the Transformers Earth Wars channel, the reason why they said that is really because Motormaster is such a new bot, and in fact, right now, he's still not available except through a character-specific crystal. You can't open up any premium crystal and pull Motormaster. You can't open up a free crystal and pull a Motormaster. So right now, unless you have Motormaster, you cannot get Motormaster. But the Rust Renegades, all 6 of them, have been in the game since the very beginning. So they felt it was fair, a little bit more fair, because Autobots who've been playing the game from the very beginning have a better chance of having all 6 Rust Renegades, whereas the Decepticons don't have as good of a chance of having all of the Stunticons. Now, for a player who's starting right now, once they get to the point where they get to the combiners, it's a little bit unbalanced, but that's the way it is. So that was their justification. Whether you agree with it or not, I won't argue with it one way or another, but that's why they said. I happen to think it makes sense, but I won't argue with anybody who disagrees. William Neuronas, who, if I recall, you actually go by Hot Rod in the game, so you're obviously a fan of Hot Rod himself too. Says a great damage per second on Hot Rod. Yeah, the dual wield boost. Yeah, he throws the flame grenades and he fires his two cannons. Yeah. Conan Novak is asking, am I going to get the upgrade kit for Volcanicus? For the toy, I'm sure you mean. It gives the hands just like Perfect Effect, but new hands and feet in with his sword in Earth Wars. I plan to get the Perfect Effect one. I did see the some other one. What is it? Transform Dreamwave, I think, came out with another one. It looks pretty good too. But I've already got the Perfect Effect one pre-ordered, and I've got a lot of Perfect Effect stuff already for the combiners. So I'm probably just going to stick with that. And I kind of like it a little bit better because it actually has new parts for Grimlock, and it pulls the arms a little bit closer into the torso, so he's not spread out quite so far. And that, I think, is probably the biggest problem with that toy, is the arms are just way too far out. Whereas the other one doesn't pull it in; it just kind of bulks him up a little bit. I mean, it still looks great. It's just a different way of doing it, but. I like Perfect Effect, and I wouldn't fault anybody else for going for one of the other ones either, so let's see. Alex Andrews is saying Optimus Gamer's base is weak to Mixmaster and Slipstream. Yeah, you want to know who else's base is weak to Mixmaster? Here, let me show you what happened to me earlier today. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, this is an extremely strong team who came in. So this is what happens when you get a very strong Mixmaster coming into your base and you got your strong defenses way too close together. That's a good tip, William. Laser turrets should be around high priority targets like beams and mortars, so that way you can smash the flyers. Alright, so they start off. I'm going to get rid of my power cores. They send in Megatron to get rid of these build bots, which I'm not entirely sure since he dropped the rest of the team right in the center. I'm not sure how that really worked out, but they went for that mortar. That mortar is just kind of there because I haven't moved it yet. So they got Razor Claw there. Look at that, it's a 5-star Razor Claw, 3,000 power. That's insane. They also have a 5-star Dive Bomb and a 5-star Onslaught. They still haven't got through that wall. Oh, they just broke through that wall. And Star Saber met them and said hello, but I don't know if you noticed, they already sent one Mixed Master over here. Strike took out this side of my base, and wait a second, here comes the other one. So you look at that mortar and the missile launcher, too close together, took all of that out and almost got that laser, that auto cannon. And there's another Mixed Master Strike, boom, took out another mortar and a laser. See, my bait, I tell people to keep stuff away because Mixed Master will tear it up. I'm just as guilty as everybody else. So you can see 3 Mixed Master Strikes basically took out almost my entire base. Now they got Razor Claw over there, took out my last laser, and now all I've got left is the little point defense beam, which is just a bronze core, and I haven't killed any of their 8 bots. So this was an easy win for Praetorian from Scorched Moon. But considering who he sent in, I don't feel too bad about the loss, because even if I had my base spread out to where he couldn't get it with Mixmaster, I was probably going to lose anyway. So like I tell a lot of people in the alliance when they lose the defense, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. The bots, the people who attack you, are just too strong. So. But yeah, my base is not the best setup, so which I think is kind of funny. Everybody's asking for base tips, and I'm sitting over here. I need to give myself some base tips, right? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video on how I rearrange my base.
Fuel cell.
All right, let's see. Is Cliff Jumper a good 4-star? Yeah, Damon's agreeing. For any 4-star is good to have. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Cliff Jumper's ability, but a 4-star is a 4-star. I mean, his ability will still do you good, and even if the ability's not working too well, if you get him leveled up, gunners do a lot of damage just in their normal ones. So everybody's getting mad at Nightbot. For the outposts, have Silverbolt because of the EMP. Nah, well, he attacks 1. So. I know I know I've been slowed down by Silverbolt when I'm playing with my cons, and by Thundercracker when I'm playing with my Autobots, so he can definitely be useful. But I like having the bots in my outposts that can do more of an area effect damage, or I think I have Jumpstream in one of my outposts because she has a high level of health and will delay the bots. Although I have noticed that they're picking them up out here, and what I want them to do is actually be caught inside the shock towers, but they're popping these outposts and then they're meeting them outside the walls. So I think I have my outposts a little bit too close. So that's one of the things I'll be looking at. It's just, man, there's just so much stuff to rearrange, and I'm procrastinating. I know I need to rearrange this base, but I'm procrastinating about it. Well, I see people are hopping off, and I think it's about time for me to hop off too. Oh wow, we've been going over an hour. Yeah, there. So we'll go ahead and finish up here. Let's see. One last question. Razorquake Alexander there is asking, will they add the cone heads? Maybe. I mean, they've actually been. They're pretty popular bots. They're starting in about season 2, but they are very much, just like the Seekers. We have Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. But will they add the cone heads? Maybe. I would think that they would need to come up with some other flyers for the Autobots to pair with them. The Autobots are not known for having a lot of jet mode transformers. We've already got all the aerial bots in there, plus Jetfire, and we've got Elita 1 and Windblade and quite a few others. So I'm not sure if there's enough Autobot flyers that they could bring in to pair with them. But who knows? Who knows? So What's a Nightbot? It's a little thing that you can use with the streamer. It acts kind of like as an automatic moderator. So probably, well, from what I'm seeing, they're saying spamming caps. Like if people are writing too many caps, that'll trigger it to kind of keep it down, or too many exclamation points. Plus, also the biggest reason why I use it, honestly, is because it will throw up a little, like, you know, a subscribe now link, or anything that you choose to tell it to do. And I think it's got a few other functions that you can do with a stream that I just haven't looked into yet. So, all right. So, Super Train Primes, thanks for joining. We're about to head off now, but the replay will be posted as soon as YouTube's done processing it. So we talked about the event. Just to sum up, it is an individual event to 10,000 for Shard, Spark, and Energon and Alloy, and of course Victoriana and Menasor coming out on Friday. So that's it for the stream. I do appreciate everybody coming. I'm going to go ahead and... Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? There it goes. Okay, so if you want to see any of my future videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe link and the bell icon to be notified. You can also hit that playlist to see any of my past YouTube videos, and click the link to join our Non-Toxic Gamers band channel to join in on the discussion. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. Thanks for watching.